So, how many of you have ever held yourself back from something because you were concerned about how others might take it? How many of you have ever had an idea but never put the idea out into the world because you're afraid of being rejected, afraid of trying and then failing? Or how many of you have had a story to tell, but you were afraid that if you told the story, it might offend some people that you cared about, but it was the reality of your story? If you have experience in those things, this video may be for you. And then if it isn't for you, it's exactly for me. For a long time in my life, I was a person that just expressed what I felt. And I still am to a large degree, but now I restrain myself a lot more than I used to in the past. And I'm sure that there's value in that ability to restrain myself. But I never was a person that like really just like went off. Not that I haven't, but it's not really a part of my personality. I really just thought that people should just be able to handle taking responsibility for what they may have said or done or whatever the case may be. But over time, I realized that that's kind of like not the way that humans tend to do things for the most part. I wasn't a person that emoted a lot. I kind of sounded like the way I sound right now in almost every situation. And for that reason, I realized that a lot of what I might have tried to transmit to people when they were trying to understand me might not have come across. Over time, I have been able to express a wide range of emotions, which in this class I'm taking right now, Powerful Presentations by Marshall Thurber, he basically says that whatever emotions that you can duplicate, you actually are free from being controlled by those very same emotions. For example, if I were afraid to show anger, then I would be controlled by other people's anger. Or if I were afraid to be sad or held back my sadness, then I would be controlled by sad situations, things like that. Well, at any rate, um, there was a plus side, though, of me being able to manage my emotions effectively, and that was that I could stay focused for a long time, even in tough situations. I would just be like, tune out the emotional content and just stick to whatever it was I was trying to do. Unfortunately, that made other people feel shut out. On the flip side, when I get into the emotional content, I become unfocused, and then I'm not able to do some of the things that I know very well that I'm capable of doing. And hence, I have begun to resist some of the energy that flows through me from time to time. You might not be able to tell because I do these blogs, and if you ever heard me preach or something, you see that I'll put myself out there. But there's still a lot of restraining that I do because uh, when it comes down to it, I blamed myself for being so focused in the past. I blamed that for being the reason why some of my relationships didn't work out. Because if you've ever dated me, that means you probably were married to me. No, I'm a type of person that I don't see the point of entering into a relationship if I don't think it's going to be long term. As a result, I've been married uh, 3 times, and I'm married now to my wife, and I see this as just making the long haul. But I did want my other marriages to work as well. However, I I guess I struggled in the area of emotional representation because I didn't really want to. I saw so many people being controlled by their emotions that I didn't really want to do that myself. I just said, well, you know what? I feel it, but there's no reason for me to express it in what I felt was a volatile way. But now I kind of understand that everyone's got to be in touch with those feelings because it's a part of being human. So, with that being said, I want to honor my wife now and my previous partners for expressing their emotional content. That being said, I think that there's also something being said for being able to know what you feel and expressing it in a way that does not have to be, um, extremely volatile. This isn't really what I originally came on this video to speak, but you know what? Let me just keep going with it. Maybe something will come out of it for me and for whoever is watching. So basically, what I originally was going to talk about was what I called it making it hot to death, and this was basically saying that whatever I was going to say was going to be maybe stinging to people who don't have the ears to hear. But as I make the video, I can see and feel that there's parts of me that also don't have the ears to hear until I hear it, I guess. Um, but what I was, like, I guess I'm only reason I'm still doing this video actually and choking on it because I actually want to have the breakthrough that's on the other side of whatever it is I'm trying to say right now. I think, like right now, I have a lot of resistance inside of my body, and it's actually causing me physical pain. Like my arm hurts, my shoulders hurt, my hand hurts, and I know that it's all because I'm holding these like energies in my body that I want to express, but I'm like resistant to express it because, as I said previously, I held myself responsible for some of the challenges in my previous relationships because um, I wasn't able to meet them in the emotional places that they might have felt like they needed me to meet them in. But at the same time, I don't want to lose the value of what I had to offer um, as well, which is, in most circumstances, a level of clarity despite what my feelings might be. But I don't know. It's kind of funny because I actually, when I woke up, I couldn't even sleep because I felt like, man, I got to make this video. But now here I am stuttering and kind of like not able to make it. Um, and I've been participating in this, or I'm actually in this class, but I'm not an actual participant. I'm more of an observer. And I guess there's things that I don't want to have any blocks, or at least if I have blocks, I want to be able to see them and get around them. But right now, whatever it is that I feel like saying, I can feel it like going to traveling right here and then getting stuck. Primarily because I guess I don't want to hurt anybody, and I never have. But then I'm also aware that me expressing myself fully and openly has hurt a lot of people because some people have learned that they shouldn't they should just express themselves like just have these like releases or these reactions, but they don't want to like examine them or deal with them and be like, well, where did that come from? And I'm more inclined to be like, look, you know, I got to figure out where this stuff came from because I don't want to be controlled by this stuff. And I guess right now I'm at this stage where I can like feel it like right now, like I need to breathe, like let the breath out, and like I don't know, man. I wish I could articulate this better. It's really kind of bugging me that I can't. Um, what do I not want to say? I don't want to say that people, in my opinion, should uh, should love themselves, which I've said in other videos. Um, should not be afraid, or even if they're afraid, they should do what it is that they want to do anyway, and like deal with it. And I guess I want to say that I've been hurt a lot. Maybe that's what I don't want to say. Maybe I don't want to say that like the bullying that I've experienced in my life was very painful. The fact that like in my relationships, my partners found it easier to run away or to talk to other people than to talk to me. That hurt. Um, I want to say that watching our society kind of being so caught up in like just pretty much ignorance, no offense, but like just being caught up in like reality shows and all this other stuff and not being able to actually come in contact with real reality as it is, it kind of hurts because it's like you walk around and everybody's like acting like they're on a television show being fake. And if you actually express something real to them, they go into resistance and they start wanting to fight. And I don't want to be like that, but I find myself like getting to the point where I'm like, look, man, if I can't be real with you, I don't want to deal with you. Oh, that could have been a good title. But I guess I don't want to withdraw either. I have things that I want to pour out and continue to give. And I guess, but I don't want to really deal with people who are like, no, no, you know. But then again, I have to if I'm going to express myself. I guess that comes with the territory. So, and I guess it may hurt. And I think the final thing is I don't want, like in the past, I had people who tried to protect me because they were afraid. And I would be like, which was a lot what happened in my previous relationships. And I would be like, get away from me. Like, if you're going to be afraid, just get away from me because I don't want you to hold me back. I don't want to be held back. And I don't want you to protect me. And yet now I find myself trying to protect people, not for the same reason, but I basically protect them by not expressing myself because I know that people don't want to deal with their junk. And I know if they talk to me, they're going to have to because once I'm in somebody's face, I'm not going to hold back. I mean, I can hold back by not being in people's faces. But if I'm in your face and you start talking to me, I'm going to be real with you. That's just how it is. So, um, but I guess I'm at a stage where I'm like, I just got to do it anyway. And I've been doing it here and there, but I think it's about to get hot in here. Anyway, we'll see what happens. I'm the type of person that like I take this class, I can't not do what I've learned in this class. And I'm not done with the class, but I just feel like I can't like hear it because I do have ears to hear. And before in my life, I was winging it, just kind of going from my gut. And then I started holding back a little bit. But now I'm in this class that's telling me stop doing that. So now I'm gonna stop. I guess if you get hurt, sorry. I'll help you up. I'll take responsibility for my part. But well, I guess you guys gotta take responsibility for yours too. So hope you got something out of this ramble. If you didn't, that's cool. Maybe you get something out of something else. It's time for us to wake up. I guess that's where it is. All right.